Yo, what's going on, guys? This is The4thGenGamer bringing you guys a brand new top 5 bottom 5 video here on the Pokemon Fab 5. And this one, we are going to be looking at some Pokemon spin-off games. And honestly, this is a very challenging list to make between the top and the bottom. Honestly, the top was easier, but the bottom list was very challenging to make, sifting through all of the games because there's a lot that I just haven't really played. So some of these games, I'm kind of going off of reputations of what I've heard and what I've seen. And yeah, there may be some games that I'm forgetting or I didn't really want to count, like Pokedex apps and Camp Pokemon, that I didn't really think were even worth mentioning because they're not really that mainstream or that big a part of the Pokemon franchise. With that being said, I deciphered my personal top and bottom spin-off games, and I would love to hear your guys' lists as well, because we're definitely going to have some different lists up here. But either way, with that being said, we're going to start with the bottom 5, and with that, the number 5 is going to be the best of the worst, and the number 1, the worst of the worst. So, starting at number 5, we have Pokemon Battle Troze. Now, this is on the bottom 5 for purely personal reasons. It was a very fun game to play until I just got very frustrated with it, and it just got really challenging, and I fucking rage quit the game. And you know what? It's probably a good game, but just because I am salty about it, because the game has frustrated me to the extent that it is on the bottom of this list. It's at the top of the bottom, luckily, but still, like, oh man, it got annoying after some time. It's annoying. And yeah, fucking Battle Troze, I don't know. Well, either way, with that, going on to number 4, we have Pokemon Battle Revolution. And this is kind of a mixed bag sort of an explanation, because it's a fun game, and it can be a fun game. It has some cool functionality to it. It allows you to bring some Pokemon over from your Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, 4th Gen games, which is awesome. The concept is cool, but the reason why it's on the bottom here is because there's so much missed potential, because they just came off of Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD, like full-on Pokemon games, like traditional Pokemon games on a console, and then they went to Battle Revolution, which is just like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. Like, it's very, very similar idea, and like, they're not bad games, but there's just so much missed potential. Like, why can't you add like a full-on story or at least something more? Like, it just, after Colosseum and XD, it left me waiting for like more. Like, there needs to be more. And then same thing with the Wii U. We need more, but like, Nintendo's like, nah, fam, we're good. So, disappointing. Definitely could have done more with that. Like, maybe a story or something. Like, something more traditional would have been cool. And that is, of course, in addition to the gameplay that it already features. So, include your Battle Revolution, mechanics that they have right now, but like, add a story, something more traditional, Either way, with that being said, we have number 3, Pokemon Channel. This game I actually have not touched, but from what I've seen, just extremely, like, I don't know, it's just a weird, I don't know what it is, but it seems, from what I have seen, disappointing. And it may seem like, Josh, why are you even bothering putting this on there? That's why I said the bottom was kind of hard to compile, because I have not played every spin-off game out there, and, sure, I could put, like, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games in this bottom list, but I don't think that they're terrible games. They're just not my cup of tea exactly. Pokemon Channel, on the other hand, I have not played, but I can tell by looking at it, it is not my cup of tea, like, at all. With that being said, we have number 2, My Pokemon Ranch. Now, some argument here may be, well, why don't you just put Pokemon Bank on here? Why don't you put, the Pokemon Channel, not Pokemon Channel, that we just did that, number 3. Why don't you put Pokemon Box on there from GameCube? There's similar concepts. It's like a storage app. Pokemon Ranch is like a storage app, just like, Pokemon Box and, Pokemon Bank or whatever. And what I would say, the reason why this is on here, but those other storage apps, whatever, aren't on there, why those aren't, but this one is because My Pokemon Ranch kind of paints itself out to be like a game, like a full-on, like, not full-on, but like something more substantial, and like, it's just a very, like, crudely made game. It looks like crap. I mean, it takes the same aesthetic idea that the Wii takes, and I don't fucking like Mii's, man. I mean, like, they're iconic and they're nostalgic, but do you think they look good? Absolutely not. That's why they're hilarious. Mii's are hilarious, but don't mix the hilariousness of the Miis with Pokemon. It's just fucked up, man. Like, I don't dig it, you know? I don't like, I know, like, Pokemon Rumble, like, those games, they kind of took a similar idea, but, like, they actually did it kind of right. Like, My Pokemon Ranch, no, just no, it just didn't, no, just no, and, oh, man, it looked like it was more than it actually was. They kind of made it something that it wasn't, and they failed in the process. With that being said, number 1 on here is Hey You Pikachu. Just like Pokemon Channel. Have not played it. I'm glad that I didn't. It is, from what I have seen, incredibly stupid and not my cup of tea at all. You have a fucking microphone and you talk to a Pikachu. Like, I don't know. Like Pokemon Ami, a side feature of 6th-gen games, packs more shit than Hey You Pikachu from what I've seen, alright? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. This may be a little bit ignorant, and you know, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Just not my thing. Not my thing at all. That's definitely at the bottom of my list. I'm sorry if I can't give more reasons for it, but I'm just no. From what I've seen, just no. That's all I'm leaving it as. Either way, going to the top with number 5 being the worst of the best and number 1 being the best of the best. Starting at number 5, we have Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. I am a huge fan of the Pokemon Ranger series. Very, very fun games. Just, they took something different. They added a whole entire story to it, and they made something cool and unique, and I wish that they brought it back. Wii U would have been perfect for that, because you have the gamepad and everything, but, you know, whatever. That's okay. Guardian Signs, very fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. There's another Ranger game that we'll see in a minute that I enjoyed better than it, but has a very interesting story. You have the little not Pikachu, little Pichu. Pichu has a little, you know, ukulele and shit. I don't know. It's a cool game. It has a nice story to it, and, you know, it's very story driven, and I love Pokemon games, and I love any game in general that's just really story driven, and, you know, some of these other spin-off games that I don't like is because they're just kind of pointless. They're not very story-driven. They're just mindless. Pokemon Ranger is not mindless. There's just a lot of dialogue in a good way that keeps you involved and makes you want to play more. And the mechanics are very nice, very, not very flawed. The original Pokemon Ranger was a little bit frustrating. That's why it's not going to be on this list. But Guardian Size is the most recent Pokemon Ranger game, and they really cleaned it up. And, you know, even just talking about it, it's making me want to play it. It's just a very fun, quality game, in my opinion. And yeah, with that, going on to number 4, we have Pokemon Colosseum. Gotta love me some Colosseum. Colosseum is a fantastic game. Pokemon, you know, GameCube. First real spin-off game that has a, like, full-fledged story. It's a traditional Pokemon game. Sprites look amazing, especially for the time on GameCube. Just a really fun game. Really pretty good story. I mean, nothing insane. That's why I like XD better, which you'll see in a minute on here. Cough, cough, maybe. But yeah, Colosseum. Very fun game. Love that it set the stage for XD. I wish that it set the stage for other games on, you know, like Wii and Wii U. You know, Battle Revolution, maybe. Not really, I guess. So we have those 2 great games, but then nothing after that. Why? Either way, yeah. Hey, Pokemon Colosseum. Great game. Shadow Pokemon, that's awesome. Just everything, just love it. I mean, hey, good shit. Good shit. Love to see that. Either way, going on to number 3, we have Pokemon Ranger once again, Shadows of Almia. Now, this is the middle game of the series. We have Pokemon Ranger, then we have Shadows of Almia, and then Guardian Signs. Shadows of Almia is my, at a point, it was my all-time favorite spin-off game. It has such a deep story, and it's just such a well-made game. It is a perfect amount of challenge, a perfect amount of story depth without making you bored out of your brains. Just, it keeps you so tied into the game. If there was a Pokemon Ranger game that you were to play Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. It is a very, very fun game. It will keep you interested. It keeps on changing environments and different types of challenges, and while sticking to the same core mechanics that the game is built on. Just a very, very solid, sound game, and I absolutely adore it. It is an amazing game. And yeah, with that, going on to number 2, we have Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And you know, it's funny, like, these games, they keep on leapfrogging each other. Like, I had Guardian Signs and Colosseum. Like, Shadows of Almia just, you know, it's like Guardian Signs except one little bit better. And XD is just like Colosseum except a little bit better. XD just took anything that was bad or mediocre about Colosseum and made it even better. You know, and it's kind of funny because Shadows of Almia is actually older than Guardian Signs, but XD is newer than Colosseum. I don't know. Either way, XD is just a very fun game. You know, just fucking Shadow Lugia, man. Fucking Shadow Lugia. Absolutely amazing. And by the way, I have a video going out today on my channel, on my main channel. If you guys are interested, I have Shadow Lugia. I kind of hacked it in to, you know, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It's kind of amazing. Either way, with that being said, it's topical, so, you know, yeah. We have XD, though, guys. XD is a phenomenal game. Very similar reasoning to Colosseum, except just, it makes it, anything in Colosseum, like I said, that was mediocre, XD kind of just bumps up a notch. You know, I don't know how else to describe it, but, you know, that's about that. Now, that used to be my all-time favorite spin-off game. However, you know, a couple months ago, Pokemon Go came out, and that took over the #1 spot. An absolutely amazing game, and there's really not a whole lot to it. There isn't, but how viral that this game went, how much of a social impact, how much of an impact it made on Nintendo that this made is incredible. And the fact that they were able to jump to a whole other platform, they finally got their heads out of their fucking asses and they jumped over to another platform and made a quality game. Not some bullshit Pokedex app, not some bullshit Pokemon that is not even worthy for this list because I don't even consider it a spin-off game. Pokemon Go is a quality game that they pushed out on another platform that has gone insanely viral, and it's been insanely successful. It has been insanely fun. It has sent people out of their houses, going around shit, and just enjoying the world for what it is, and fusing Pokemon with it. Like, that's amazing. Like, I would never imagine a few months ago, you know, like, earlier this year, that my friends would be texting me, yo, you want to go fucking catch some Pokemon, go on a fucking adventure? Hell yeah, I want to go on an adventure. I want to catch some Pokemon. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to this park. Let's go to there, everywhere. Why the hell not? Because we can catch Pokemon now. Because Pokemon Go is a thing. And I love it. And it's amazing. And it's gone viral. And that is amazing. And I love it so much. With that being said, that is about that. Pokemon Go, guys. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It has topped Ranger, Shadows of Almia, and XD Gale of Darkness, which those last two kind of flip-flop sometimes on that list, but Go just kicks their asses. Somehow they did it. Either way, guys, that is about that. I hope you guys did enjoy this Pokemon Top 5, Bottom 5. It's been a few weeks. Want to make sure I give you guys a quality video and then just half-ass something for y'all. So that's about that. If you guys have any other ideas for new Top 5 and Bottom 5 videos, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear. And make sure you leave your own Top 5, Bottom 5 for spin-off games as well. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Check out everyone in the Fab 5, link down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Top 5, Bottom 5. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.